If you love American Pickers, then you always look out for Monday evenings with Mike Wolfe, Fritz and Danielle Colby. This show is for everyone who loves hidden treasures and reality television. They literally turn junk into gold. It's no wonder then that the show has been growing its viewership since its debut in 2010. In 2018, it's still one of the shows drawing a significant number of viewers on the History Channel. However, the show's achievements are not only due to its antique picker. The producers of the show have put some artistic and moral restrictions on the American Pickers cast. These rules are meant to keep the audience captivated by the American Pickers' final product. The guidelines also ensure that the pickers turn a profit, since they don't have an actual store to sell the antiques from the show. Before we tell you about the 5 restrictions the American Pickers cast must obey, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to be part of the ECF family. Number 5. They don't compete for profit. Mike Wolfe and Fritz make the show interesting through hanging out and arguing about the antique. However, they aren't allowed to compete for profit. They do compete in a healthy way, but the show is not about which one of them makes more than the other. This is to prevent feelings of animosity. The two, however, do run separate antique businesses. Mike sells his purchases at his shop, Antique Archaeology, while Frank sells them on his website. Number 4. Must make a profit. In an interview with ABC, Frank described a picker as someone who finds junk and turns it into treasure. The two purchase items at a reasonable price and sell them at a profit. They also must make sure that there is a demand for the items they purchase. If there is a demand, then they can sell at a right price and make a profit. Number 3. No repairs. Most of the items the duo picks needs repairs or cleaning up. These repairs and replacements, however, must be cost-friendly. Lots of repairs and replacements will cost them too much, and they may not realize profit. Too much maintenance also ruins the value of an item. They can, however, buy a replacement part if it's also unique. Their entire business model for the show and those who practice picking is profit. Number 2. Only buy vintage. The two don't search for items that are too present. They are looking for old items. Their show's model is based on finding vintage items, cleaning them up, repairing them, and then selling them to antique dealers and collectors. American Pickers is about the relationship people have with items. Therefore, they only buy from willing sellers. Number 1. Do not trespass or rob graves. Mike says that the producers call people before going to film on their property as required by law. This was in response to claims that the American Pickers show is fake. He said that everything on the show is real. Mike narrates how one time he knocked on someone's door and the guy opened the door pointing a gun at his nose. Sometimes it can get a little dangerous, and notifying people beforehand is wise. Grave robbing laws also prohibit them from taking artifact or valuable items from grave. Did some of these rules surprise you? Which ones do you wish they didn't have to comply with? Let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel as well.